Hey guys, Jacob here at ePoolSupply. Today, we are going to change out the drive shafts and bearings on a Zodiac MX8. All right, and we're back. So if you haven't subscribed, click subscribe, but let's dive in. So we got a Zodiac MX8, and what happens is below this thing, there's drive shafts and bearings inside here, and the drive shafts will sometimes go bad if your gearboxes go bad as well. So today we're gonna show you how to change out your drive shafts, and it's always a good idea to change out your bearings with your drive shafts, because the bearings, obviously they sit underwater all the times and debris passes through them. When the bearings get junk inside there, it's really hard for your cleaner to turn. So let's dive in and let's start taking this thing apart. So as you see here, you open up the cover lid, the latch of your Zodiac MX8, and there's 4 screws that sit outside here, and there's 4 screws that sit here. We gotta take all 8 screws out. So I'm gonna go ahead and start taking them out. All right, so I have all my screws loosened. One went down there. So this thing just literally slides out, which is kind of beautiful. So that's gonna sit off to the side right now. So as you can see here, I've got my engine assembly here. I have 2 bearings and my drive shafts right here. So what we wanna do, the ultimate goal here is on the drive shafts, they have these teeth on the end of here that actually sink into the gearboxes. So when this turns, that's what forces the gearboxes to turn. And at the same time, these drive shafts have teeth on the backside here, and when those turn, that's what actually forces the scrubber assemblies on the bottom to turn as well. So the drive shafts are really a very important part of this Zodiac MX8. So if those teeth grind down a little bit, you're gonna get a lot of rubbage and it's not gonna work as efficiently, and you're gonna start wearing out other parts that shouldn't be worn out. So let's go ahead and show you how to replace these. So first thing I'm gonna do is just this whole assembly just comes right out, which is awesome. So let me put the cleaner off to the side a little bit. So as you can see here, drive shaft, bearing, engine assembly. The bearings sit on the inside, so the grooves of the bearings slide in towards the engine assembly. But what you want to do, everything just falls apart nice and easy. So literally if I just pull the drive shaft out, it comes out. If I pull the other drive shaft out, it comes out. Bearing, engine assembly. And that's how it sits inside there. So as you can see, we'll post a photo up here so you can see that the grooves on these bearings, they go towards the engine assembly. So what you're gonna do is put your bearings back on first, and there's not really like a way on the engine assembly where to put it, you know? So it doesn't matter, just as long as the grooves are facing towards the engine assembly. So I'm gonna go ahead and slide that on. Completely, it'll clip on. My other side, slide it on. Shaft, on, shaft, on. So now, I'm gonna bring my cleaner back over here. First, I should probably find that screw that I dropped in there. Oh, there it is. So what I'm gonna do now is, again, this is a universal type of a product, so it doesn't matter if it's this way or that way or whatever, because it all functions the same. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line up 2 of my engine assemblies in a row. So I don't want them to be sideways like this, I want them to be in a row. So that way it slides back into the cleaner very easily. So as you can see here, slides right on in. And then I like to have this back one over here almost sit flush with the opening right there. And you'll see why in a second when I put everything back together. So what I'm gonna do, take my assembly here and slide it on. So as you can see, this opening right here, it's like a little cutout that only fits this groove. So if I have it sideways, I can't put it on. So that's why you like to line them up like that. And then this thing will slide right on. Cool. So when I put this back together, I like to not possibly use a drill sometimes. So I'm just gonna use my Phillips screwdriver and tighten these up, because I don't like over tightening, just in case you break a little piece of plastic and then you gotta get more parts involved and everything else. So bear with me while I tighten these screws. All right, so that's virtually it. So we installed new shafts and new bearings on this Zodiac MX8, so now we have no problems with it grinding on gearboxes or turbine assemblies. So I'm Jacob with ePoolSupply. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Subscribe today if you haven't subscribed. Check out the links below, and we got a lot more content coming your way. Thank you.